think the darkness has always been begging us on. Us as humans, we are fascinated by the darkness, both in a terrifying way, but also in a mystical and in a way that attracts us into the unknown. We project our fears onto it. We project our desires, but also our insecurities into it. And so people, I think, inherently feel that, and they know that in the darkness they can find something that remains hidden in plain daylight. So what's special about darkness is that it removes all kind of distraction that we usually have in our day-to-day life. There is a lack of stimuli, which allows us to finally turn our gaze inwards instead of always seeking distraction from the outside. Some of the participants, they want to actually do proper shadow work. As they told us, they want to get to know, befriend and integrate their inner demons, the sides they have ostracized from themselves, but they know that they're still present. Some others come more with a mindset of curiosity. They say, well, I might not have a very particular topic I want to work on, but I just want to unconditionally open to the darkness and see how it wants to change me, see what wants to emerge in this process.
I think it's really, for me, like about reflection a lot and about finding myself ultimately. And I really would like to come out of this with having more clarity about life, about where I'm heading, where I'm not heading, just finding more contentment basically in every day. I'm just a little bit thinking like if I can manage the 4 days or not, and will I be able to really stick to it for such a long time?
Yeah, so I signed up because I'm always distracting myself in my life with many things, which is, also a good quality. It has brought me far in my career, but I'm also wondering what happens if I don't have anything to distract myself with, just being alone with my thoughts, with my body, and what's going to come up.
I signed up because I am very curious what's lying deeper inside of myself. Like I'm searching for a kind of truer self maybe, because I often feel that I have expectations lying on me, which are maybe not even there, but I feel them, and also am very ambitious and sometimes hard on myself.
So the actual journey doesn't start here at the retreat center in the dark, but actually already in the preparation phase that happens a few weeks before the actual retreat, where participants are already invited by us and guided to think about their intention and to get prepared physically and mentally for their descent into the dark. Once you are in a prolonged time of darkness, processes start coming up. Certain matters that haven't had enough space in your busy day-to-day life can start surfacing, and your heart can finish its unfinished businesses. So we build a curriculum that help people both prepare and integrate the experience. And so we have a range of different modalities, for instance, group sharings, dialogical practice, body work, movement and breath work. It's a journey in community. And I think this is what gives people also so much strength during their darkest hours. I was actually astounded by how deep the processes were that the participants were undergoing. And some of them have had states of blissfulness that were completely unprecedented and unknown to them. Some others have had experiences that were profoundly healing.
My experience was truly unique and something that I think I will remember for the rest of my life. So what I found in the darkness was true relaxation and calm, peace, which I never ever felt before in my life like that. It felt like the first time in years that I truly could lay back and just be. And that was really, really special. In the second part, of course, also quite some revelations, some of my thought patterns, acting patterns that I could relate back to situations in my childhood. Wow. I love this location. I think it's outstanding and just so beautiful in the middle of nature.
It's been really special, I would say, really beautiful in both like light and dark ways. I met a few of my kind of constant companions that are, you know, without judgment, good or bad. There's some judgment always with me, there's some regret with me, and some fear. But there's also a lot of love and compassion, which is kind of the thing that unites them all. Meeting myself in the dark and changing the perspective of the dark being something to be afraid of, something I think in the first day I felt a bit I'm being buried alive type of thing, to something that was really like a warm hug and a blanket and a womb, and that was really, really beautiful.
Many emotions, some light ones like joy and happiness, but also harder ones like anger, shame, guilt. But I think the most interesting and new thing for me, which I found, was my body.
I really realized that this is a program where, you know, you have extra support. It's not just you're sent in the dark, into the dark, and you're left alone. It really feels like there's support and you're not going through this alone, even though it's a personal journey.
So of course, when people go into darkness, they're not left on their own devices, but they are offered, first of all, support. So every day we offer them a one-on-one check-in and session where they can actually share what's going on in the process, and they have proper support in dealing with everything that is coming up. And all of the people have actually tremendously benefited from that support, because otherwise it might have been too overwhelming.
I think that for me, the fact that we had facilitation was what made this experience worth it for me. Or I think if I hadn't had the availability and the check-in, I would have not made the switch from that first day of judgment to allowing my feelings to be there, and that really would have not happened without that. And it was like pivotal. And I think it actually would be quite hard, could be potentially harmful to just do this like without the community and without the facilitation. And I felt a lot of love, all the love that I already have in my life, love for others, self-love. It's really different to already know those things cognitively versus feeling them.
I felt very good in the darkness. Like from the first moment on, I was really happy to be there.
What came up first was like, I want to do this every year now, kind of to really mentally and physically reset myself.